my pineapple upside down cake. It sure wasn't what it was supposed to have been.
It was good, but you're right. You shouldn't be able to have granules in. This shouldn't be granular.
No, it should turn into a caramel.
Mm-hmm. I work tomorrow. I have a day off. I work 2 days. No, I have a day off. I work a day. I have 2 days off, and then I work the weekend. Work Monday, Tuesday off. Work Wednesday. Have Thursday, Friday off. Work Saturday and Sunday.
That's good or bad?
Pretty, I don't know, it's kind of a weird schedule.
It's definitely weird, but
I told you that they were giving me shit for my schedule for last week. Did I tell you that? They gave me...
They give you shit for having a schedule you don't want.
You know, that's... Thank you. I come back, and my boss is like, well, did you enjoy your little mini vacation? I just work the schedule. I don't make the schedule. I just work it.
If you have a problem with it, do something about it.
And when I have a shitty-ass schedule, I always have a shitty-ass schedule. I never complain about it. I work it. So when I get a sweet schedule, I'm sure as hell not going to say, oh, I can't work this. That's too good. I can't have 4 days off in a row.
Because it's, yeah, where other people...
2 days at the end of one period, 2 days at the beginning of the next.
And other people are futzing around with their schedules and getting that crap all the time, and in the process, screwing everyone else up.
That's why I got that schedule, because everybody else wanted days off. That was the only 2 days she could give me. You know what?
Is that what Jim is to that?
Jim.
Not only shouldn't Jim be saying that, Jim should be putting the kibosh on anyone else saying stuff like that. That's why there's so much discontent in the pharmacy.
Mm-hmm.
I think you said it at dinner. It just spirals out of control.
Mm-hmm.
Some women you just gotta keep in check. My God, I hate to think that.
I'm just so sick up and fed, sick to death of everyone bickering.
Do the guys do that? And I know there's not really guys in the pharmacy, but do the other guys at Vaughn?
There are, if they have issues with the schedule, they just either don't come in or tell them right off, I'm not working that.
More with the bitching and the wow.
Yeah.
So it's just a whole store run like crap.
Yeah. I talked to somebody who works in the butcher department, meat department. He is a floater. He works all over the corporation.
Is he the Mexican guy that...
Tall, blonde.
Oh.
I bought this only because it was on sale. The instant.
Oh.
Is it pretty good?
Yeah, we've been drinking it. Do you mind if we've been drinking it?
No.
It's easier to make a whole pot of coffee when we just each want a cup.
No
My
problem.
dad has been drinking instant too, and he likes the Folgers one.
Yeah.
I haven't tried the Folgers one.
I like my coffee bad.
Have you?
So when you like your coffee bad, instant's just fine.
So this guy tells me that,
The whole bag of it's insane.
I know. I had to say this, the whole thing's in Spanish.
The whole thing.
The whole thing. I'm looking at this, I'm like, wow, $3. But, oh my God. Gee, wait. What is this? What is this? Is this coffee? Is this any weird kind of instant? What does this say? I'm saying it's all instant coffee. Okay, I'll take that.
You've been having that forever, and I've never even looked at the
Every
label.
word on
haven't
it.
showed that to you?
Every word on it's in Spanish.
My dad got one, and the whole thing was in Spanish too.
So anyway, that's funny, because I did notice that too. I was afraid it was some kind of flavored coffee, and I didn't really want a flavored coffee. This guy said that of all the stores that he works in, this store in Lompoc has the most drama. It's the hardest store to work in. No other store from Carpinteria to north of Atascadero or Arroyo Grande. That's his area.
Wow.
Stores take on
on a tenor reminiscent of the person running them.
Yes, yes.
I worked at Walmart under 3 different store managers, and everything, the tone of the store is different under different managers.
We have a new assistant manager, and he came back into the pharmacy today, and Terry knows him. And after he left, Terry said, can you feel the love? And you could. You could. And it was just the 3 of us. And we were having a good day. The whole air in the pharmacy just changed.
When I started at Walmart, it was a manager that everyone loved. And she had come into that store 2 years before I started working there and turned it around from just a dump that the other manager before had just screwed up. And she fixed things, and she made sure employees got their bonuses. She gave up her bonus 1 year so the employees would get one that the corporation had found a way to screw them out of. Man, Walmart managers get like $30,000 a year bonus.
Wow.
So the store screwed everyone out of their bonuses, just loopholes. And so he made sure everyone got their bonuses out of his bonus. And the employees all worked for her. And everything was good, and then she left to go to Santa Maria, because Santa Maria was so screwed up. And from what I hear, she's totally turned around the Santa Maria store. And then John came in, and John just screwed around, and he stayed in his office all day, and he never did anything. And screwing around with one of the little girlies in ICS in his office, and the whole store acted like that.
Isn't that weird? This dude said that he's on the floating schedule, which means he's not on Vaughn's schedule. He's on the floating schedule. Vaughn's gets him when they have no one to fill a spot. They call the corporate office and says, for this week, we need someone to come work at our meat department. And he comes and he works. He works pretty much a lot. He probably works 2 entire weeks a month. He gets calls from Jules. Actually, this is the dude who couldn't work a day because his father's handicapped up in Rover Beach or someplace up north where he lives. And he couldn't come in, and Jules said, so you're telling me you can't work because you're, oh God, what was the term he used? Not crippled, not handicapped. What's the bad word for that? Your retard. Your retard father can't take care of himself? Excuse me? What did you just say to me? Jules says, so you're not going to be able to work, huh? He says, yeah, that's exactly right.
And as of right now, I'm not even getting in trouble for it.
Yeah, exactly. Well, he said, you know what? She just left. So Jules calls up to the office like 10 days ago. And Jules has got this, he's such so arrogant. Piece of paper laying there on the desk. And the guy recognizes it. It's a reprimand paper. And he says, what do you need, Jules? Sit down. Sit down and read this and sign it. And the dude sits down and he says, what is this? Just read it and sign it. And so he reads it and he says, due to not working a scheduled day, not calling in, not giving any kind of notice, just failure to show up, you are being reprimanded, denied a day's pay, you're now on whatever they call it when they make you stay home for a week with no pay and you can't get any disability and He says, I'm not signing this. He says, yes, you are. He says, I was in Carpinteria this day. So? No, I was working in Carpinteria this day. So? I was on Carpinteria's schedule. No, you're not. You're on our schedule. He pulls out the schedule. No, I'm telling you, I'm not on your goddamn schedule. I don't work for you. I'm not on your schedule. I'm a floater. I'm on my schedule. He pulls the schedule out of his pocket. This schedule is the schedule I'm on. He stands up, he tears the thing up and throws it down and says, could you be any more fucking stupid? And he just walked out. And I said, you didn't tell him that. He says, I sure as hell did. He says, I'm waiting to hear if I'm getting fired. And nothing ever happened.
Calling some dude's dad a retard is one of the few ways he probably could have gotten the store manager fired.
Retard.
It's impossible to get someone out once they've had the seniority to get that far. That's one of them.
Wow.
And you also quit telling her she's fat.